grace. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, you got intuition. So, Aquarius, I'm hearing that you need to trust what you already know. I'm hearing that you already know the answers to the questions that you're asking. And the answer is yes, you know the answer. Like, you didn't ask a yes or no question, but the answer is yes, you know the answer because you already know the answer. So you're just unsure of the answer. You need to believe in yourself, believe in your ability to know, believe in your ability to understand, believe in your ability to see the patterns for what they are. You are seeing it true. You just don't want to believe that you are. And I feel like you don't want to believe that you are because it's not something that you want to be true. You would rather them tell you, no, that's not true. But nobody's going to tell you that because it is true. And the more you seek, the more true you're going to see that it is. It's not going to make you feel any better, Aquarius. What will help you feel better is loving and trusting yourself so that whenever the answers do magically come to you later and proves that you were right, then you can be like, I loved and trusted myself. I didn't keep seeking answers and keep pushing it until it was in my face. Yeah, you know, and then and it's like, if you do it that way, then by the time it's in your face and it's like, yeah, you knew, you're like, oh, I knew the whole time. Yeah, but you weren't empowered with that knowing the whole time. You were disempowered with that knowing. Look, you knew the whole time, but you disempowered yourself through it. Why? Meanwhile, Aquarius, you could have knew that you knew, empowered yourself in your knowing, and then whenever life puts it in your face that you did in fact know, you're like, yeah, I knew. And you know what? I'm so grateful that I knew and that I was empowered in my knowing. I stood strong that whole entire time, and I knew that I knew, and I had no proof that I knew, but I knew that I knew, and I didn't disempower myself. I empowered myself to know that I knew. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your heart. You got to believe in your knowing. And I understand why you don't want to believe this one, because you're like, but you don't understand, if this is true, it means blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it's true, Aquarius. It means blah, blah, blah. Get over it. And, it's not like a get over it. Protect yourself, grieve, love, give yourself time and space to really understand and move forward. Since you know that you know, how are you going to move forward with that knowledge in a way that empowers you? You don't have to disempower yourself just because you don't want this to be true. And the fact that you don't want it to be true is why you're going to seek out answers. But I promise you, the seeking is not going to be what you want. You'll come to the end of that seeking just to find that you disempowered yourself, and that was nonsense. It was true the whole time, and you knew that you knew. You know that you know. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. Move forward with what it means. It's not easy, no. And it's not what you wanted, no. It's not what anyone wanted. Still, you've got to move forward. You got to love and trust yourself. Love and trust your heart. Believe in your heart. And know that you can find a way to be okay with how it is and to move forward in a way that really empowers you and brings you joy. You can find joy again. Despite this, you can. Despite the fact that this is true and you don't want it to be true, you can still find joy. You can move forward into a life that you love. Start taking care of yourself, moving forward. Yes, it means this and that sucks. But there's still things that you can do to empower yourself, love yourself. And I want to encourage you to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, Aquarius. Don't regret not believing in yourself. All right, Aquarius, I love you guys so much. And I'm so grateful for all of you. I do hope that this message helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace.